Get a little, rub it on your tummy. Rub it on there. Feel better?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we're live. Look, people are gonna pop in there. So much light though, I'm gonna have to turn the light down. Do you wanna say hi? Do you have anything important to say to the people?
No.
Right there. Do you wanna say anything? Now's your chance for Kid Famedom. Hey guys, good evening. James, no name, stay true. Everybody, howdy. John, all you guys, Abstract, Missy, pop on in there. Joe, Dika, Tony, Harvey, everybody, Kyle, Gaku, Patrick. Sorry guys, they're flashing by really fast now. All right, you have anything important to say? You want to say anything before you go?
Yeah.
What do you want to say? Here, you can sit on my knee. Talk to them. There's people watching. What do you say?
Anything.
Anything you want to talk in Spanish?
No.
Okay, you want to go? Bye, Mama.
Yeah.
Okay, close the door when you go, okay?
Okay.
And I'll see you in a few minutes. Right on?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Here we are. One of those laid back streams tonight. Bear with me. I'm going to, there we go, that's better. I had a little light glare popping into my face there. It was honestly just a bit too much. Everybody, Chase, Leo, all you people in there. All right. Tonight is one of those casual laid back live streams. I have un poquito vaso of vino. Just a little. We're not going to do anything crazy here. Had some dinner. And was talking to my buddy Titus, and he is a very durable boy because he's incredible. I mean, when Titus walks, it's like, so he's learned to be durable. All right. No blunt. I don't do that. I prefer to keep my wits, White Mage, thank you, about me at all times. And if I have a problem, I talk to God. Yeah, so the vino in Mexico, actually we are basically, Querétaro State is essentially like kind of the Napa Valley state, right? And this district, we're actually in the wine and cheese district, so there's vineyards all over. This particular wine I just got at the corner store, it's from Chile, but it's pretty good for the price. Thanks, guys. Okay, one of these casual live streams, thank you for your support. Thank you for the super chats and all that kind of stuff. Also, people ask me about Patreon. I actually do have a Patreon, so if you want to support the channel, you can do so from my website, callmegav.com. You can do so right here in the super chat, or if you want to do so on a consistent basis, I am building a Patreon over there, patreon.com/Gavin Seim, and you can support me in all the processes and the stacks of equipment that it takes to keep everything going around here. And anyways, and I'll keep reporting. All right, so tonight is more of a casual, laid back kind of talk. A couple of stories about Mexico. Thank you all. In fact, I'm gonna talk about being safe a little bit, but okay. I went to the dentist today, down the road. Now there's dentists all over. I told my brother, go and see if they can clean my teeth, right? I've never actually had my teeth professionally cleaned. Now, I go there, and I'm not terribly happy with my teeth. The trolls love to make fun of my teeth, and they're not that terrible, but they're not great either. So I go down there, I'm like, okay, well, dental work is so much more reasonable and less insane, right? You're not afraid to go to the dentist for yourself because it'll cost $20,000, and you're not afraid that if you take your kid to the dentist and there's a little something wrong, they'll call the cops on you because they have a cavity, right? So everything is so much more laid back here. So I stroll in to the dental office, and there's actually a couple of English speakers in there that spoke some English, which helped me. And we go, and I'm like, I want my teeth cleaned. And they're like, okay, it's $20, 400 pesos, roughly $20. All right, so I'm like, that's cool. Let's do it.
Daddy.
So I go, okay, you need to go help Mama, okay, and I'll talk to you in a few minutes because I'm doing a live stream, all right? So I go sit on the chair. Now, pretty big dental office, pretty nice. A lot of people working in there, and this is not like a corner store. I mean, they do dental surgery and stuff, and there's probably 4 or 5 others in town that do, but it's $20 for my teeth cleaning. So they've got, for the main stuff, they have like a surgery room, but for the main stuff, there's just a row of dental chairs, and they stick me in the one down at the end, and they say, let's do this. They bring all the stuff over, and you know how dentists are, like, you feel like you're about to be experimented on, right? So I'm in the dental chair and I'm looking up and I'm kind of looking around and I look over and there's a guy in the chair over there and I hear this sound. And I'm like, whew, I'm glad I'm not that guy. I'm thinking, I'm glad I'm only having my teeth cleaned today. So here she comes. Here comes this older, middle-aged American lady, and she has her mask on, and she just kind of digs right in, right? She's like, and it's super awkward. Like for me, like somebody digging around in my mouth is the strangest thing. Anyhow, and she like turns this huge. So I'm laying in the chair, right? And she's like, the chair's going back, and then the light goes on. And the huge light in your eyes, right? And you're like, oh my goodness. And you feel like kind of like that scene in Star Trek, right? Where they're about to be like tortured and the lights come on and you're like, oh, this isn't good. At least the room wasn't dark. Have you ever noticed in dentist's office, they always put you facing a window, right? Because if they put you in a dark corner, you would surely have like a heart attack when you saw all that crap over your head. All right, so I'm laying there and I'm like, well, it's just a cleaning, no biggie. But I was remembering, like, when I had this molar removed back in Utah a few months ago, I was totally out. I mean, when I had that, there's actually a video of right after I woke up. And as soon as I woke up, I was doing a speech, but I was pretty out of it. I haven't posted that video because well, I was different. But my speech was actually relevant to the times. But they had, like, put this IV in me, and he walks up, and he's like, hey, and he injects this stuff, and I'm like, what's up, man? And that was it. I woke up like an hour later, however long it took them to carve that tooth out. And it was molar deep inside, all right? And I woke up and my wife's sitting there and I'm like, are we started yet? And she's like, we're done. And I'm like, oh, is that why my mouth is 4 miles wide? All right? Anyway, so today, another dental experience, right? A little more low key, I'm thinking. And it was. But I'm like, well, at least this isn't that. So she's got these instruments and tools, and there's a young man that comes over, and he speaks English, right? And he's like, open your mouth wider. And she's like, looking around in there, and then comes the instruments, and I see this like, and then I'm laying there, and all of a sudden, my mouth is like, and it's like high frequency, right? So it's vibrating my jaw. Now, I don't know if he's like, it shouldn't hurt much. It might hurt a little, but it shouldn't hurt much. If it hurts too bad, just raise your hand. Because, of course, I don't even speak the language, right? So, and no numbing or anything. Bear in mind, this wasn't a tooth surgery. They weren't filling me. This was just a cleaning. I'm not suggesting in any way that their methods are primitive. I mean, I actually looked up a cleaning and how it works, and this is what they do when they clean your teeth. And I just never had it done, and like maybe it's because I probably have a few cavities that need to be dealt with, but and some of the teeth are a little sensitive. I don't have any terrible ones that are like killing me like that molar was, but they're grinding, right? Because they're grinding. I guess they grind the plaque off, and it felt like there was a Dremel tool in my mouth grinding my teeth, and I'm like, what's going on in there? And then, like, as they're grinding, there's water squirting into my mouth. And then she, like, says a few words, and this guy comes in with a big tube, and it's like, and he sticks it in my mouth, and like, and he vacuums the nasty out of my mouth. And I'm, like, laying there, like, and I don't mean to, like, I mean, I'm telling a story, right? I don't mean to over-dramatize it. It wasn't so terrible. It hurt a little because of the way it kind of vibrated my jaw, and I'm like, is this normal, guys? But they did it. I mean, it only took about 20 minutes, and she's like, listo, we're done. And I'm like, cool, here's $20. And I'm like, just take 25 and like buy everybody a soda. And then I realized as I was riding away, I'm like in the dentist's office, and I'm like, I just told them to buy everyone a soda in the dentist's office. And then I'm like, it's Mexico. They won't care. They'll probably go do it. Okay, so it wasn't bad. It was a nice dentist office. There's 2 or 3 or 4 of them right near here. They had good reviews. I mean, it wasn't a big deal, and I'll probably go back there because everything is so much less regulated and so much cheaper. But it wasn't like it was some guy working out of the back of his station wagon. In fact, people come to Mexico from the USA all the time, and they come down here for the dental work because they do good dental work for way cheaper. So that's kind of my dental story from today. And no, despite some of you thinking that maybe I'm getting crazy and dramatic because I've had too much to drink, that's not the case. I'm one of those people that I don't get drunk, and I don't need to be drunk to tell a good story or have a good time or sing a song or call a square dance or yodel or do ventriloquism. But no, I'm not doing ventriloquism tonight. I am a trained ventriloquist, though. I'm serious. Okay, I'll allow you to muse on the realities of that, and we'll talk about something else. Bear with me. I'm gonna do a light adjustment. I've got this. Let me tell you what. You guys want to see my light? This is one of those casual streams. I do have a couple anecdotal stories, and then we'll chat a minute, and then I'll wrap up. But this is gonna be one of those kind of weird streams tonight. But let me grab the camera, and I have the reason the light is so good lately on this channel, all right? The camera, the streaming quality I hate, right? Because I'm just streaming from the phone. I thought about setting up this is a box. This is a Teradek. This allows you to stream from a real camera, like this one, or if need be, like this one, okay? The Teradek allows me to do that. But it's kind of a pain. It's not conducive to just doing a quick stream, okay? So that is the story for tonight. There is the enormous light. That's why the light is soft. Little quick photography tip, and if you want more of these, go to my other channel, youtube.com/Seim Studios. But the larger the light source is relative to the subject, all right, the softer it's gonna be. So I've got that set up. I'm getting the workstation. I've got my drawing tablet for my graphical work here set up on it's its own screen. I got a 4K monitor there set up and a little Mac Pro. And I'm also working with my RAIDs. I'm finally getting my RAIDs in order. And I got a couple of 12 terabyte hard drives in this one that are pretty swank. So, all right, throw my voice, huh? Throwing the voice is one of the hardest things for a ventriloquist to do. It takes some practice. I always did okay, I felt like, throwing my voice. But unfortunately, there's a lot more to ventriloquism than throwing your voice. All right, now, that is my little story. I have a lot of stories down here. I mean, Mexico's a different place, and I gotta tell you, like, okay, a little story. I'll tell you one more story if you guys want, about a dream I had. This isn't some crazy prophecy or anything like that for you guys. I've already told you, I've already warned you, like, know when to get out of the USA because it's going down, okay? This is just one of those reminder dreams. I'm having this dream, and in my dream, I'm back in Estados Unidos, and I'm in my hometown in this dream, all right? And it's like, okay, and I'm doing stuff at home, right? And my family's there, and that's great, but I am thinking, why am I here? I'm like, and I'm in my parents' store, and someone walks into the store, and of course they know me, and I'm like, no, this isn't good. I can't trust anybody here. I know the neighbors report me. I got to get out of here. Why am I in the United States? Why am I here right now? I'm thinking to myself, I need to be gone with my van in Mexico because these psychopathic blue ISIS terrorists, somebody's going to tell them I'm in town, and they're going to be down here and take it away from me. Take me away from me, right? Take my freedom away from me. So in this dream, I'm thinking, I got to get out of here. I need to get in the van. What am I waiting for? I need to go now. I need to leave now. I need to head for the border and be in Mexico. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Why would I be in the United States? Why would I do this? This must be a dream. And I'm like, but no. It's so real. But it must be a dream. I wouldn't be in the United States. I wouldn't go back to living as a slave. I escaped from the slavery of the United States. I escaped from blue ISIS in the United States. I left. Why would I go back to there? So I'm thinking in my dream, I better pinch myself. I better pinch myself because if this is a dream, and I know I've heard that if you pinch yourself, this is all in my dream, guys, I'm not kidding. If you pinch yourself, you can see if it's really a dream. So I pinched myself, and I woke up, and I looked up at my ceiling. Bear with me. I woke up, and I looked up at the ceilings in the house, and I'm like, oh, I'm not in the United States anymore. It's good. And I'm not kidding. I'm not making it up. That was my dream. It was kind of funny. So I thought I'd share that. All right. Enough stories because people are going to go down a vain road if we get into too many stories because there's so many people on YouTube with no self-control of their mouth or their thoughts or anything. And I think we need to exercise all of that. But know when to get out of the USSA. All right. We've been going for 16 minutes. And those of you trying to get a hold of me, you can email us via my website, callmegav.com. And we do try to get back. If we didn't get back, I can't do much other than just say, look, speak out. Name names, tell the world, right? So that's kind of how we roll. It is what it is. All right. Any questions before we wrap up? I might take one or two questions. I haven't done a Q&A in a while. This officially was more of a story, just kind of telling some experiences from down here in Mako. But if you have a couple questions, let me know. Let's see here. I'm just looking. Becoming a Mexican citizen. There's a video on this channel about escaping the USA. Go watch that after this video. It's about an hour long. We talk about a lot of the situations with that. Just remember there's no law in the courts. So don't wait until you're in prison because it's bad there. Am I going further south? No doubt I will go visit further south. I don't know if I'm going to live further south. I do intend to check out the other countries further south because I hear they're amazing. Peso compared to the dollar, a peso right now is about 19 pesos per dollar, but what it will buy you, I think, is what's more relevant. Let me think of a comparative. Well, a hamburger, not at McDonald's, a hamburger costs a regular cheeseburger is about 20 or 30 pesos, so $1.50 for a cheeseburger, something like that. What else do we have? I am in Querétaro State. That's as specific as I get, but there are many nice places here. Let's see here. No, I cannot find out if you have family in Mexico. I wouldn't know how to do that. That's something you'll have to look into yourself. Let's see. Honestly, the streams are going by too fast to answer most of these questions. I am getting better at speaking Spanish. Mi español es muy pobre. Is improving. I actually went out tonight and I was thinking, wow, I just talked to that person. Right? It's not like we were really getting deep and talking about law and truth, but I was communicating. You know, I was getting the bottles of water and stuff like that, and it was good. So I use an app, guys. The common one that many of you have heard about, I'm sure, is what's the free one? Somebody remind me. I haven't used it in a while. But Duolingo is a common free one. I'm not a big fan of it because it limits how much you can do, how much you can practice so much. But for me, my favorite is one called Memrise. And you got to pay for it. It's like 40, 50 bucks a year, I think. But it's still, if you want to get serious about it, I find it to be very good. And of course, I keep apps like Google Translate on my phone, like Spanish Dict, the dictionary of English and Spanish. These kind of things are right on my phone so that it's very handy, okay? And I can communicate. If I can't speak the words, mi no comprehensión de palabras. Por mi español es pobre y necesito un vaso de agua, necesito 6 cerveza, necesito un vino, necesita 4 hamburguesas, 2 es simple, solo queso y 2 es todo. Para mi esposa, un gringa con piña, muy piña, y 3 refrescos por los niños. Los niños gusta refrescos. So está bien. Es todo orden. See, something like that. So it's pretty crappy, guys. Those of you in this stream that know Spanish know how bad it is, but you probably understood most of what I am saying. One thing I can guarantee you is that it's good. There is more freedom. This dang thing keeps disconnecting, all right? I don't know why. One thing, there's a lot of things better in Mexico. The internet is not always one of them, all right? Just saying. So I've told you guys a lot of stories. We've really laid back tonight and just kind of had a little fun with this. But what's next? Will I go back to the US? I don't know how I could possibly say that because I'm not in the US right now, and I'm certainly not going to walk into the gas chamber. So for now, I believe very soon the US is going down in the biggest possible way. So I'm going to try and protect my family, and I hope you guys do the same. I believe that the level of judgment and suffering and destruction coming on the US is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. You're not going to want to be there. People keep saying like yodel or throw. I'll tell you what. I will throw my voice, attempt. Okay, I haven't been practicing my ventriloquism a lot lately. I will throw my voice in Spanish. I will attempt to throw my voice in Spanish if I get $20 in the super chat. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. I don't need to just like work for free all the time. All right? These videos take a lot of time. If you want me to really push myself, you're gonna have to support the channel. All right. So I'm just looking through to see if there's anything important. I don't want to get too serious tonight, but I don't want to make light of serious things either, because it is very important that we're aware of what's going on and all that good stuff, and that we're paying attention to the crimes of Blue ISIS, how truly broken the courts are. The Constitution is crushed, it's destroyed. The law in the courts, thanks cosplay, the law in the courts is just kaput, all right? And look, guys, don't like feel bad, like pay your bills, all right? It's cool. When, another time, I'll throw my voice. Honestly, I'm getting kind of tired tonight, and I'm a little nervous about doing a practice of throwing the voice. Oh, come on. Jimbo. All right, thanks, Jimbo. Okay, I'm gonna try. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to do it right the first time. The truth is, when you do ventriloquism, you're supposed to do warm-ups, right? You do warm-ups of your lips, of your vocal cords, of your range, so you can break your falsetto. The same with yodeling, honestly, but particularly, there's an exercise you do. I'm gonna cover my mouth, because if I do that on camera, the trolls will snip that out, and that's what they will like put on the internet. That'll be like, pretty soon that'll be the photo of me on Google. All right, so here we go. Ready? Let me see if I can do it. I'm just gonna do the basic echo if I can, but I'm gonna do it in Spanish. Okay. Hola. Hello? Hello? Hola? Is that you, Frank? See that? Okay, that's all. That's all. It's not good tonight, I'm telling you what. It's something that I have practiced extensively and I can do. And it's all about how you strain the vocal cords. So, quick ventriloquist tip. This isn't a ventriloquist channel. Okay, so what you're gonna do, you know how if you were to like kind of clench your voice and go, right? So what you're gonna do, and if you practice it, right? Normally if I was gonna do ventriloquism and use that, I would be practicing it beforehand to get it smooth, right? So this is something that I've spent many hours practicing over the years. You would say the word and then you would taper it down. So essentially you're constricting it down. And it is something that, depending on how your vocals are, different people have a harder time picking it up. So you'd be like, hello, 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 hello. See, and what I'm doing is if you watch, hello, 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 you're diminishing the sound that's allowed through, but you're keeping the same pressure of the sound. Meaning, when I'm doing vocals, sometimes I will use that same tactic. I'll use the voice throwing tactic to do a loud vocal without it making as much noise. It's like limiting the volume using vocal cords. Yeah, kind of talking in your throat. So I could say, hey, but if I was in a small room and I wanted to emphasize, I'll do this when speaking, if I want to emphasize a point, I will just engage that tightness just a little bit. Now you listen here. I'm not gonna take any more of this. I won't take it. See, and so I'm actually yelling kind of at the top of my lungs, but I'm constraining the sound, the vocal cords, or however you want to do it. I'm not actually a scientist on this. I've just practiced it. And so sometimes I actually do use this in practical, unknown user, thanks, but I'll buy some tacos. I'm good on the beer. To keep control of it. But these tactics, right? Actually, all the things I've done over the years, square dance calling and vocals and ventriloquism, have helped me to be a better public speaker because they've made me more comfortable with what's coming out of here in terms of how to control my presentation. Toastmasters, things like that. If you guys want to speak better and start growing your channel, absolutely go to Toastmasters and practice your speaking. It's a speaking group that's worldwide. Nathan, my brother, is good. I see him pretty much every day. And it's good. It's good. But guys, think for yourselves. Don't let someone else think for you. Don't let alcohol think for you. Don't let drugs think for you. Don't let the government think for you. To me, like having to have plants to make me think clearly is like saying, well, I need government to make me think clearly. In a way, I know, like you guys, you have the right to do what you want. I believe that God says, hey, don't be drunken, right? And I've learned that when my wits and my mind are clearly about me, I never know when I'm gonna need those, and I'm not willing to just like leave them on the table. So, chemtrails in Mexico, wrapping up with just a couple questions here. Totally random live stream tonight, but it was for you guys. I know you guys, sometimes we just get in here. I appreciate you in here, and I just like chatting with you guys, and sometimes these fun live streams, it's great that you guys come in here and chill with us. But yeah, you don't, in most areas, with exceptions, you don't look up at the sky and it's full of trails, all right? Any kind of trails. It's generally clear blue or clouds. And I will post some more photos of that. Occasionally I see a lingering trail, but not very freaking often, all right? So no more ventriloquism tonight. I don't actually even have any of my ventriloquism characters with me. Thanks, Forza. Right now. So maybe what I'll do to relax though is I'll take, look, we've made like, you know, a few bucks on this live stream. Maybe I'll buy a taco and go play Call of Duty with with my boy. Some days I'm actually okay at Call of Duty. Are my kids learning Spanish? Yes. They will learn better, I think, when I'm speaking it regularly around the house because they learn quickly, but they're not forced to use it that much. And I think that makes a lot of difference. My favorite is probably, I don't have a PS4. I only have a PS3. Black Ops 2 is probably my favorite. And I don't really even play the multiplayer mode. They're kind of dark, and like I see enough of dark military and police state abuse as it is. Like I don't know, the game itself doesn't excite me that much. I like the multiplayer online with my son or my other kids. So, oh man, did he hear that? Okay. So I have thought about getting a PS4 now that it's getting to the point where you can actually get games for it, right? When these consoles first come out, I'm like, why do I want to pay more for that? Like, it has no games. I'll get the last gen one. But I'll tell you guys what, if everybody wants to pitch in and send me a PS4, I will play Call of Duty with you on the PS4. We can do a special PS4 version on the channel and I'll yodel for games. I don't know, whatever. Guys, we've had a little fun tonight. I was over on James Freeman's stream earlier. He had a good stream going. He's doing some hardcore, like, you know, getting down there on the street with those cameras. Check out what he's doing. I've been pretty impressed by it so far, James, I have to say. And he's got a ton of videos. He's getting right up to the police and saying, hey, you know, this is where it's at. So it's cool. It has been good. If you guys are trying to get a hold of me, send us an email. We respond to emails. I don't call random people. I can barely call back the people that I have to call back. I spend as little time on the phone as possible because I just don't have enough hours in a day. If I'm not doing activism or producing videos for people, I'm trying to make a living and keep the business going and make products over for my website, seimeffects.com, my photography workshop and stuff like that. So sorry, I wish, honestly guys, I wish there was more time. The truth is, after these streams are over, I don't even get to see most of the comments. For 24 hours or so after I do a stream, I glance at the comments, I respond to a few, but there's thousands of comments that come to the channel every week. Some of them are trolls, and if I see those, they get blocked, right? But there's a lot of people that just have genuine goodwill and are leaving great comments, and I just want to thank you guys for those and for your support and all that kind of stuff, because I know I don't get to respond to them all. So shout out to all of you guys who get it, all right? I feel like there's a weird lag in the camera right now. I don't know if it's coming through on that end, but it's kind of strange. The internet tubes are a little strange tonight. So it's good. It's good. I think we covered it. We had a couple stories. We had a little bit of chit chat. We even had a little bit of ventriloquism technique class. All right. Notice how we had all three of those. Always have an open, a middle, and a closer, right? We opened up with the stories. We had a little chit chat. We closed with a few tips. And then we all said, good night. Buenas noches, señores. Muy bien. And that's how we roll. That's how stories are made. Every single one. Guys, I'm telling you what, I mean this very seriously. Pick up a camera. Start building the narratives, right? Start building the narratives. Start talking about Blue ISIS. Start pointing the cops at those cameras. Start explaining to people why they're the criminals, why they're the number one terrorists, why we have to act with honor and with principle and resist. Open, middle, close. You watch any movie. Movies have 3 plot points, guys. My brother Nathan and I write a little fiction, and we've done some studying of screenplays and gone to some of these workshops and stuff. And it's actually, once you know how a movie ticks, it's very interesting. Because a good video has open, middle, close. A movie has 3 plot points. It's the rules for storytelling are the same, almost the same in writing, in a photo, in a video, in a movie, and in a live stream. Thank you guys for joining me on tonight's. Thank you for your support, your shout outs in the super chat, and all of that good stuff. Keep speaking out, keep spreading the word, keep being a voice for all these people locked away in the US concentration camps that weren't able to escape. And whatever you do, don't walk into the gas chamber. Peace. Thank you.